Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back to Hunt Recovery. We just don't look for recovery. We find it, we hunt for it, we search for it. We do everything to get that recovery, no matter what, no matter where, no matter how far, how close, how wide, and how short, don't matter what, y'all. We just gonna go find that joint. Now, today, I want to talk about. We're going to talk about the 12 steps, bro. I'm going to break them down to y'all. And just in case you didn't know what the 12 steps are or how to go about it or whatever, I'm going to break it down to hood terms. You feel me? Not really hood terms, but you know what I'm saying. Just, how I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And we're going to start with step one. Number one. Number one. To admit that you are powerless over addiction. To admit, let's think about that. To admit that you are powerless over addiction. Now, you might say, James, what does that mean to admit that you are powerless over addiction? You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, I don't know what that means. I don't know what to say, And what that means is to say to yourself, can I live every day without going to find the drink or going to find the you know what I'm saying, or fix, or going to not gamble, or going to, you know what I'm saying, not do criminal activity, or going to whatever. I mean, like every day, you wake up and that's all you think about is that addiction. Whatever the addiction may be, that's what you think about, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that means that's what that means, to admit, like, okay, this addiction that got hold of me, it just took over my whole entire life. Like, I can't live without it. Like, I can't do one thing without thinking about going to do the addiction that I have, you know what I mean? And then, like I said, there's plenty of addictions out there, guys. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. So that's number one. You know what I'm saying? And it's a hard one, guys. But that's your first steps. To be like, you know what? I have a freaking problem. Yep, I have a freaking problem. I can't go one day without getting a bottle. I can't go one day without thinking about going to gamble. I can't go one day without thinking about doing some criminal activity. I can't go one day without, you know what I'm saying, getting a fix. I can't go one day without, you know what I'm saying, and the list goes on and on and on. Like I said, whatever addiction that you have, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're powerless. You're letting that addiction control you. You know what I mean? You don't even control your own life anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's control your life for you. You know, and you're like, whoa, what can I do about it? What can I do about it? I will tell you what you can do about it. Right here, right now. And that is to admit that you have a problem. That's the first step in getting help, in recovery. It's admitting that you can't admit that you got a problem. Guess what? No, nothing will help you. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like half into it, half out of it, half into it, half out of it. Oh, I might have a little problem, but I got control over it. No, you don't. I'm sorry to tell you this one right now. I'm going to tell you this right now. You don't have no control over that at all. You know what I'm saying? You're just like powerless. You're like a little baby. Like this little baby right here. Guess what? He powerless. Guess what? Whatever I tell him, I have him do, whatever, that's what happens. He can try. You know what I'm saying? But when I say, oh, it's bedtime, guess what? He try to get out that bed, he try to run, and then guess what? I grab him up like, dude, come back over here. Where are you going? Like Scorpion or something. Get over here. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I do. You know what I'm saying? You can't go. Guess what? He powerless. Because he is too young. He is too young. He can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. And that's exactly how it is with your addiction too. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you try to escape that addiction, unless you get really help, unless you get cracked down to it, guess what? It's going to say, get over here, and drag you right back into that thing. You know what I'm saying? You're powerless. You're powerless. You know what I'm saying? You're powerless over that addiction. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Until you admit, you know what I'm saying? Once you admit that you got a problem, guess what? Then you gonna cut that line. You know what I'm saying? That Scorpion, that Sub-Zero or whatever, that Scorpion guy, he ain't gonna be able to pull you back. because you ain't gonna have no line to say get back over here. He gonna say get over here. That addiction gonna say get over here, and guess what? There ain't gonna be no way to pull you there, pull you back into it, because you made that first step and you said, guess what, guys? Guess what? I have a problem. Yes, I have a freaking problem. You know what I'm saying? I am totally and utterly powerless over this addiction. And guess what? That cut some of that some of that power that it had over you, it don't have no power over you no more. You know what I'm saying? No more. You know what I'm saying? Then you can take this next step. You know what I'm saying? But we just gonna talk about this one right here. This one right here, this first step, because it's a doozy, people. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a doozy. You gotta get through that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just push it. And like I said, it's not like you can just do it halfway and half out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And some people do. And that's why it pulls you right back in. In order for that thing to actually let you go, to actually let that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta completely and utterly surrender. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I think that's the second part. But we could talk about that one too. But you gotta admit that you have a first one, then that's what it is. You know, then I meant to say, then the second one is actually surrendering. You know what I'm saying? But let's just talk about the first one. We'll just do the next one tomorrow. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, a little happy joy. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is though. Like you got to get to the first. You gotta admit it. Then you, like I said, then you can move to the second part. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got that first part, like I said, you gotta understand that you have a freaking problem. Hello Sally. Hello Susie. Hello Tom. Guess what? You have a freaking problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sorry to say that, and it's hard to say, and I'm sorry to put it this way, but that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? You have to say that you are powerless. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, with me, you already know how I like to do it. I would like to give you examples of my own life, and that's just the way I do. And this is how I knew that I had a problem. You know what I'm saying? I loved, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was powerless over criminal activity and alcohol and drugs. But, you know, it's like I said, especially criminal activity. Like, I would go and I would have, you know what I'm saying? I would go and hit the stores or whatever I wanted, whatever I was doing at the time that was criminal activity. But let's just point out the stores in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would wake up and I would have all this stuff. And they didn't need a goddamn old thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have stuff that I still got or already had or whatever. And I would go and I'm like, okay, well, make sure I sold it though. I had to make sure I sold it first. Or even if I didn't, sometimes I didn't even sell it first. You know what I'm saying? I would still be like, okay, I gotta go get this, I gotta go get this. And AJ or whatever will be like, you know what, you got that. What do you need another one of those for? I might have 2 or 3 of them things just sitting there. The same thing. You know what I'm saying? But I needed another one. You know what I'm saying? That's because I was powerless over the fact that I needed that fix that I got away with the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't need none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? $50 bottles of shampoo, cologne, all this other stuff, jewelry, all this stuff just pile in the corner, or over here, or over there, over, you know, a couple of spots and stuff like that. But I needed more. You know what I'm saying? I needed more. Just because, you know, like I said, it's just the way it was. You know what I'm saying? But even most of the time, like I said, it wasn't even the point of, oh, I needed to get some drugs, or I needed to get alcohol. I have bottles on top of bottles, or sacks on top of sacks, bags on top of bags. But I always made some kind of excuse to go to hit that store, or to sell this, or to do this, or do that. You know what I'm saying? It was always some kind of excuse. You know why? Because I was powerless over that rush that I got away with this. You know, I just sold this big bag and got away with it. I just hit this store and I just got away with it. You know what I'm saying? That rush, you know, that dopamine. I needed that dopamine, and I was powerless over that dopamine that I needed. You know what I'm saying? That dopamine that ran my life, and that's just the way it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was crazy, guys. Like, I just did stuff so crazy, just so out of whack, just so out of, you know what I'm saying, left field, that's just the way it was. You know what I'm saying? I was totally powerless over my addiction. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't think to myself. I couldn't think for my own. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. Every day, it was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Get up, do criminal activity, do this, get drunk. Same thing. Every single day. That's what ran my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with my kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would go see my kids, and guess what? I got in trouble a few times, guys, because I had my kids going through my backpack or whatever, and then the CPS lady or whatever saw that I had a bottle of liquor in my freaking backpack, and they're like, you're not supposed to bring alcohol, you know what I'm saying, this and that, or I have a juice bottle or whatever with liquor in it. You know what I'm saying? My kids smell liquor on my breath. They know I already been drinking. You know what I'm saying? That's just flat, point blank, flat, period. They ain't dumb. They know dad got a bottle in his hand. It ain't no regular juice. Trust and believe that one. They ain't even asked for a drink because they already knew what was in that dang on bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? They already knew. So it was just like I couldn't do nothing without my addiction. You know what I'm saying? Without my bottle, without my, you know what I'm saying? I was powerless, guys. It was powerless. Couldn't think for myself. Like I said, every morning I woke up. What did I think about? Getting something to drink. And that's exactly what I did as soon as I woke up, was get something to drink. I woke up with the bottle. You know what I'm saying, guys? Woke up with a bottle next to me. What's the first thing I did? Pour me a drink. You know what I'm saying? Or if I didn't have a bottle there, I went to the store and bought a bottle. Or whatever the case may be. Oh, I had a bottle, right? You know what I'm saying? Regardless. It wasn't usually, straight out the bottle after a while. But sometimes, it was summertime. I'll have a cup with some ice in this solo cup with with the juice and stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then it got to the point where I just had the whole fifth wait for me in the morning time. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I woke up, you know what I'm saying? Crack that boy open or just start drinking. Alrighty, soon as didn't even get up, eat no breakfast or nothing. You know what I'm saying, guys? That was my breakfast. That, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I say you powerless over, you know what I'm saying, my addiction. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, your boy had you know what I'm saying, more than one dang on addiction. And that was the freaking problem. I was a powerless, powerless, not even just to one addiction, 2 or 3 addictions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm addiction, I used to be addiction having some of a gun. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I wasn't just fine with one addiction. No, I had to do extra big. I had to go extra big. Let me get 2 or 3 of them things. You know what I'm saying? Let me get 2 or 3 of them things. I don't just need one. You know what I'm saying? That's just normal. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be extra with it. You know what I'm saying? Kill myself extra fast. You know what I'm saying? Like type stuff. Like for real. What you mean? Who only got one addiction? You know what I'm saying? I need them extra ones too. You know what I'm saying? Craziness, guys. Craziness. So that was just like straight up point blank period craziness. You know what I'm saying? But it's saying this, like I said, I was so powerless over, I couldn't think of nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else. Like I said, even when it came to my son, little Vinny here being born and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? I had a bottle, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I told you this before, guys. I had the bottle in the dang on the room. I had a bottle with me. Boom. You know what I'm saying? The liquor. Straight in my book bag. Taking sips out that boy when the nurse would walk out the room. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. Or going in the bathroom in the hospital room, taking drinks. You know what I'm saying? Doing lines off the bathroom sink and stuff. You know what I'm saying? In the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So powerless over my addiction and over, you know what I'm saying, the addictions that I had, that I was, you know what I'm saying, taking lines in the bathroom, on the bathroom sink and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does that? Like, what, are you just crazy? What are you doing here, sir? You know what I'm saying? You're doing way too much stuff here, sir. But that's just what I mean when I say powerless. You're totally and utterly powerless. You know what I'm saying? You can't even walk down the street without doing, you know what I'm saying, the addiction, or that addiction being on your mind, or anything like that. Totally and powerlessly and utterly powerless. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I was in hospital too, I left the hospital, you know what I'm saying, to go down the street to hit a store. You know what I'm saying? Because I needed that fix, you know what I'm saying, of me getting away with, you know what I'm saying, hitting the store or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or calling my homeboy and telling him to pick this up or whatever to make a sale or whatever the, you know what I'm saying, case may be. Like I said, I had multiple addictions, guys. You know what I'm saying? And I was powerless over each and every one of them. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go a day without hitting at least all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it wasn't just one or two. You know what I'm saying? I had to do them all every day, every single day, all the addictions. You know what I'm saying? The criminal activity, the drugs, the alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of it. You know what I'm saying? The selling the weed, selling the drugs, the hitting the stores, the you know what I'm saying, operating and you know, going to make sure my boys is doing this, doing that, you know what I'm saying? You know, organizing crime, let me just put it that way, organizing crime, you know what I'm saying? Because that was one of my addictions too, was organizing crimes, you feel me? Like, you know, all of them. Every little single last one of them, you know what I'm saying? That's how powerless I was over my addictions. That I couldn't even let one of them get away. I couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, let one of them. Oh, I'm not gonna do that one today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do all these, but that one I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna drink today. You know what I'm saying? I'll do the rest of them though, but I ain't no. I was so powerless over them guys that, you know, I had to do all of them. You know what I'm saying? So powerless. I was more powerless. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, I was so powerless over my addictions that I made a whole bunch of money in my whole lifetime, and like I said before, it ain't got nothing to prove, nothing to show for it, nothing. Ain't that, you know what I'm saying, as much stuff I was doing and as much, you know, criminal activity or whatever, guys, and this and that, guess what? I'm starting from the freaking bottom. I'm starting from the bottom. I ain't riding in no goddamn BMW, no Lexus, no Lamborghinis, or whatever the case might be. None of that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? None of that. You know what I'm saying? What's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real. That's how powerless I was, that even when I made money, I spent money and did this and did that to get more fix for my addictions. Not even just like a fix, like drug fix, just like, you know, that dopamine fix, you know what I'm saying, like type stuff. So it is crazy, like that's, like I said, powerless over your addiction, and you're so crazy, and it's so real that you can't think of nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You wake up thinking about it, you go to sleep thinking about it, you dream about it. When you eating breakfast, you're thinking about it. When you eat dinner, you're thinking about it. When you eat lunch, you're thinking about it. You feel me? Even when you go to the refrigerator to get a snack, you thinking about it. That's how powerful we are over, you know what I'm saying? That's how powerful they are over us. You know what I'm saying? For real. So powerful over us. And my addiction, you know what I'm saying? Like I said. So we got to, that's the first step, is to admit that. You know what I'm saying? Admit to yourself. And you ain't even got to admit to nobody else. Really, it's just admit to yourself. Like, yo, I cannot do nothing. Not a dang old thing, because I am so powerless over this addiction. You know what I'm saying? This addiction got so much hold on me, yo. I can't do nothing like a dang old. I can't do one thing. I can't even go take a poop in the goddamn bathroom without thinking about that addiction. You know what I'm saying? Can't go scratch my behind without thinking about that addiction. You know what I'm saying? Can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. For real, like, that's crazy, bro. Like, I don't even know. Huh? No, I said scratch your behind. You can't even scratch your butt without thinking about that addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how much that addiction on your mind. Like, you're just straight crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I had to throw that out there. I wanted to make this video. But I wanted to talk about something very, very important too. And I should have said this beginning of the video. But it's okay, I'll just say it at the I'll say it now, but the next, like, I'm definitely going to say it in the beginning of the video. I got to remind myself and remember, because I just be going and snapping and going hard on it. I need everybody to subscribe. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this video, honestly, I need you guys to subscribe for me. Please subscribe. I done had, like, a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to get in motion and stuff like that. And I'm just in my recovery, and I just need subscribers so I can start making this YouTube money so I can put that money back into all the programs and stuff that I got going on. Because at this point, I'm starting from the bottom, like I said, so I need all you guys to subscribe for your boy. Push that subscribe button. I make it even easy for y'all. All you gotta do is click the little face. You see my little pretty face? That's all you gotta do is click that. Boom. And you jumping right into it. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button. Click. Not that, you know what I'm saying? It's really, really easy, guys. You know what I'm saying? Do that for me. Do that one favor for me. I'm definitely gonna come back on here tomorrow. We're going to talk about step 2. You know what I'm saying? And then step 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You feel me? But yeah. So y'all please put that subscribe button. Y'all put your comments down below. You know what I'm saying? You hit that notification bell and you already know what to do and you already know the rest. And then what do I always say? Super proud of you, and you. Yeah, y'all thought I was gonna forget to say it this time, didn't you? Never. I will never forget it. Never forget to say I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of all y'all. I love y'all. You already know. Subscribe for your boy. I'm out. Peace.